yap me dark. Me don't know what that means, but this is what we are taking for the morning. And after this, definitely I'm sure we're going to take Aki, prepared by the couple who live and owns this place. Now I'm going to tell you more about Higherlevelja. It's a beautiful place here in Kingston, Jamaica, owned by this couple, doing marvelously in the community. We're going to have a conversation more about staying here and spending time here.
As I said, I'm looking forward to my day. You know, my wife, you know, from we just starting this business from we met. You know, me and her said that we wanted to build a school in Africa. You know, in Ghana to be specific.
Yeah, Rasta.
You see it. So, you know what I mean? And so I, as I said, I'm very passionate about Ethiopia. You know, but we know that there's a lot of, you know, tribalism taking place. We know that there's nation, you know, different ethnic groups that are fighting. You know what I mean? We know what is taking place with the Prime Minister down there. You know, Abiy, I mean, you know, we follow up on stuff that
everything,
is, you know, not just media, you know, place, but we go and search for the information.
So there's this project called Asebu Pan-African Village, right? So 2019, the president of Ghana called all the diasporan people to come home, right? And when he did, a certain chief called the chief of Asebu said, hey, if you guys are gonna come home, then I'm gonna give you free land. So we have about thousands of people, bro, who are coming and they are living with us now in Ghana.
Yeah, man, I saw that.
Yes. Yeah. Greetings, family. Rastafari. Blessings to anybody who is watching my videos. I know you would ask me, Ekow, we know you in Jamaica, but what the heck are you doing in this forest? This is not a forest. This is a dream come true. This is the yard, as Jamaicans will call it. Yard. I am very happy coming your way again with this video that I think it is a video that has always been in my heart and my mind to create and to do. Before I continue, look at this beautiful mountainous landscape here. Look. Now, this is Jamaica, and I would say this is a dream come true. I am in a nice yard called Higherlevelja. So Higherlevelja is a young couple in Jamaica who have decided to set up this yard for anybody who reasons like them, anybody who will want to have a time off the usual social medias and the usual TV and all that, a place where you can relax and take it easy. This is my second day. I slept here yesterday evening in this cottage at the top. So beautiful. Now I'm gonna go into where they are because we have a lot of conversation to have, a lot to talk about why they decided to create this beautiful yard. Here you will find all sorts of plants, all sorts of fruits, all sorts of food here. They grow and they eat what they grow. So this is basically a part of the place. And now look here, you could see there's an Aki tree there, right? You know, those of us in Ghana, we see a lot of, you know, Aki trees, but we don't usually use it for nothing. Like, we don't eat it. I don't know if we do eat it, but I know people don't eat Aki fruit in Ghana. So this is an example of an Aki fruit. Yes, as you can see over there. Yes, that is an Aki fruit. But hey, like I said, this video is just to let you know that a dream that I have always dreamt of visiting Jamaica has come into pass. A dream of seeing the other motherland. Yes, I call it the other motherland because in the Caribbean you find Wolipa Islands, and all these islands basically are black people who rooted from Africa. So I am here having a good time a place where I can, work on my few videos here and there, and then mingle with the people, talk to the people, hang around with the people. And that is what this trip is all about. Easy.
Hey, we just had
A little, okay. So, who is jumping?
The toilet paper flew out of the...
Okay, who is jumping? Who is jumping? You? Okay, jump. Let's go.
Mostly, this is how mostly I'll jump.
Okay.
I'll jump.
People, me have a confession. Me bad. Me can't hide it. What? Me have to spit it out. Spit it out. You know who me bad like? Nah. Me bad like cartel. Like cartel. On the earth. Me bad like bounty. Like bounty. Me bad like my father. Father. Me bad like Luciano. Luciano. Why me bad so? Cause them teach me. Teach me. Teach me. All of them teach me. Teach me. Teach me. Cause them teach me. Teach me. Me bad like cartel. But today is a new day. Me bad like bounty. Me bad like my father. Me bad like Luciano. Me bad so. Cause them teach me. Teach me. All of them teach me. Me bad. Me bad like anything. Bad like minimum. Bad like minimum. Bad like ninja man.
Like I said, everybody has a dream. Everybody has vision as to where they want to go or what they want to do. Yes. You come here, you find all kinds of... This is so beautiful, man. This is very beautiful and so refreshing. So this is where they have bonfire, when there's a program around, so people just sit here. And let me tell you something. This morning alone, I've taken 2 different fruits. So I took sour sap. In Ghana we call it aluguin tugui. Yeah, sour sap. And then right after that, I was given mango. Very, very beautiful, nice, sweet mango. So now I'm sure we're going to have breakfast. I don't know what we are going to take for breakfast, but I am suspecting we're going to have ackee. So if I'm going to eat ackee for the first time, you guys will get to know how it feels like Ekow Simpson taking ackee. And ackee just right here in front of me. And guess what? Today is a good day to have a great day. Welcome to Jamaica. Welcome to Jamaica. It's making me feel uncomfortable. Yeah, just yeah. I'm not used to getting closer to big dogs like this. Yeah, I think this is a big dog because I'm not used to getting closer to big dogs like this, but all right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, respect, you know? Yeah.
Ask the question.
Yeah, man. So you don't know my brother, Ekow. You know what I mean? From all the way from Ghana. So, you know, what have you, you know what I mean, find that is very fascinating to you about Jamaica so far?
It's been almost 5 days I came here, and then one thing that is shocking for the first one, that is shocking that I think is also positive is the way Jamaicans. I'm trying to find the right word to use.
Yes, sir.
The way Jamaicans attack issues or conversations. I saw some people shouting "Bumbo Club," blah, blah, blah. I thought they were angry. I didn't know they were not angry. They were just talking. So it makes me, one thing I've seen that Jamaicans, they speak on on top of their voice, and then
Passionate.
yes, passionate, and they tell the issue the way it is. They don't, you know. I went out with someone,
Yeah.
and then okay, I tell you what. Okay,
Yeah.
and I went out with someone, and some driver just passed by us, and if it was me, I would have been like, okay, cool. Bambokla, next. I was like, yo, can you relax? And I'm like, are you angry? She said, no, I'm not angry. I'm just telling him what to do. And I'm like, but it looks like you're angry, you know. But that is one. And then the other thing is, when I was coming here, people were like, I have to be careful about Jamaica. So the carefulness, I didn't really understand. So I'm still yet to understand why the person said I have to be careful.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know whether it's the attitude of the people,
Yeah.
or maybe I'll find myself in a situation where I can't save myself.
Okay.
So the carefulness, I'm yet to understand
Okay.
what being careful is. And then the other thing too is, I think most of you are friendly so far. I don't know, because I am black and we are all Africans. That's why. Because when I'm passing by and I'm like, good evening. Usually I say good evening because that's how we do it in Ghana.
Yes, sir.
Or good afternoon or good morning.
Mhm.
And then they will respond and say, blessed, general.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
and then the language too is another thing. But all in all, I feel so comfortable in Jamaica because
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in Ghana. I'm in Africa. That is the honest truth.
Okay.
That is what I've realized since I came to Jamaica. I feel like when I'm walking past, I feel like I'm in Ghana. I can easily just talk to somebody. The only thing, like I said, is the language. I have to listen attentively before I can, because of the patois. But
Yes,
when they
sir.
speak normal English, I can hear.
Yes, sir.
So that is the positive side of me being in Jamaica. I think I love everything in all. I've not seen anything negative yet. And one interesting thing, when I was coming, I was told like people use the herb here.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was like all over the place.
Yeah, man, everybody smoking, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
use marijuana. Well, great to hear your perspective, you know what I mean, coming from someone that is coming from the motherland, you know what I mean, and to also share the fact that we have so much in common, you know, which is even a next, you know, eye-opener again to, you know, just the society, because we already know that we have a lot in, you know, yeah, so we already know that we have a lot in common where, you know, as a people, you know, is concerned, you know, but at the same time now, just to even understand, like, you know what I mean, the whole societal norm, you know what I mean, is so like very, very, you know what I mean, fluent around the island, you see it, yeah, because you're not the first person that says it. The vlogger from Ghana as well, what's his name?
Wadamaya?
Yeah, Wadamaya. You know, he, big up yourself, Yuti. You don't know, he also said it, you know what I mean, when he went to the market. You know, he was like, yo, he literally feel like he's in Accra, Ghana, you know what I mean, in the market. So, yeah, man, it's a great feeling for know that, you know, we still hold on to, you know, a lot of our ancestry, you know what I mean, a lot of the way that we were cultured, you know what I mean, from those ancient time, you know, has been still embedded in us. And it's a fun fact, a lot of those persons that you see self-employed or their own little, you know, business or vending in the market, a lot of these persons, that's what they do straight to send their children to school and feed their household, you know what I mean. So as I said, it's like not having a way to survive and creating a way to survive. You
So
understand?
you don't joke with it.
Yes, so that's why, as I said, the ancestral energy is still embedded in the people. You know, whether they believe it or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you know, we know, so genetically, you know what I mean, we're literally a walking memory bank. You know what I mean? So it's just for us to tap into those signals, you know what I mean, and awaken certain thing, you know. But a gratitude for the eye, for bless up the eye, for the eye in the eye space, you know what I mean, and big up to the whole of the eye followers, you know what I mean, across the world, you know, one love from Jamaica, His Majesty. Yeah man, one Higherlevelja.
Yes, and there's a place that he owns here. I want him to say something a little bit about what he owns here, the high level, what is it all about, and how can you be a part of his community, what he's building in this village where he is right now.
We realize that us out here in the West, we have a major part to play, you know, within Africa, in terms of, you know, giving forward towards the greatness of Africa that is to come. You know what I mean? As His Majesty said, the world will unite when all African righteous people come together. So we know, as the righteous people, we know what the West is missing now. You know what I mean? If we're going home to Africa, we should bring that mindset where we have harnessed certain level of information, of, you know what I mean, knowledge, of you know, awareness of how to develop, you know, how to, you know, to create infrastructural development, and also foundations and group, you know, and stuff like that, you know, and bring that forward now to our nation, so that now we can have now a more stronger, a more efficient system, you know, that is dealing with growth and unity. You see, so that's one of the major things. So I don't really have a problem with Jamaicans going back to Africa, or going anywhere in the world that you're going. You know, as I said, the earth is for us, all people. You know, a system create borders, and, you know, and prevent persons from having access, you know, to what we would call it, you know, experiences. You know what I mean? Which is life biggest teacher. You know what I mean? Because when you experience something, you can't unexperience it. So that knowledge is something that is embedded in memory within yourself. So, you know, as I say, getting that knowledge, gaining knowledge in engineering, in lawyer, in science. We know we go home, we use those potent herbs, you know, we use those potent materials that we have, minerals, and we start creating and setting up that industry that we know we need. So we need, you know, places where I deal with what we call it now, production. You understand? And to the vastness of Africa, the productions that can come out of Africa to, you know, to supply the Western world. You know what I mean? It's like phenomenal. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It can't even be talked about.
Talked about.
You understand? So what we really need is, if we're pushing away, if we're saying, all right, away with these colonial systems, then we have to now create
our own
a system that is not colonially operated, or in the concepts of such, but running in the order of unity, community, sovereignty, you know, social connection and network, you know what I mean? And that will bring the ultimate evolution that we're looking forward to. So we would be investing our talents and our efforts now into creating that society. You understand? And then now we would have been fostering the production now that would have benefited the rest of the world. And then in return we can keep barbecues and all of that, you know, every week, and go to, you know, each other venues, and you know what I mean? And because what else African does? If everyone in Africa, if everyone as the African diaspora, you know, had some way of wealth, what do you think they would be doing?
A lot.
Every weekend it would be a barbecue.
There'll be something happening.
You know, so it would be a happy world. Again, you know what I mean? So a whole heap of things, you know what I mean? So, you know, as I said, persons have to just think about creatively what are your contributions. And if you're not trying to contribute where you live now, don't go to Africa. That's it. Because Africa, you know, no need that at this moment. True. We need persons where think about, all right, we're going into a community. How can we set up a social club? You know, how can we set up a creative club, a drama school? How can we set up something that is dealing with acting? How can we go into agriculture? How can we go into science? You know what I mean? How can we blow up these industries now to a certain level where production, the demand for certain products is coming straight to Africa. That's simple as it is. You understand? So as I said, I'm with the move. Anyone ready to go home, man. You know what I mean? Go see what home is like. You know what I mean? As I said, I'm looking forward to my day. You know, my wife, you know, we're just starting this business from we met. You know, me and her said that we wanted to build a school in Africa. You know, in Ghana to be specific.
Yeah,
You see it.
Rasta.
You see it. So, you know what I mean? And so as I said, I'm very passionate about Ethiopia. You know, but we know that there's a lot of, you know, tribalism taking place. We know that there's different ethnic groups that are fighting. You know what I mean? We know what is taking place with the prime minister down there.
Yeah.
You know, Abiy Amin. You know, we follow up on stuff that
Everything,
is,
yeah.
you know, not just media, you know, place, but we go and search for the
Yeah,
information,
yeah.
you know what I mean, on certain different platforms.
Yeah.
So you don't know. We're grateful for what we see at take place, but there's a lot, you know, to be, you know, done, to
Yeah.
you know, to be improved. And we're
Straight.
grateful for the fact that can they right here, so now in our yard in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I meet my African brother.
Yes, I
You
am.
see it is much. Yeah, man, I love and straight.
Yeah,
man,
big
you
up
see it.
yourself,
Big up yourself,
man.
man. Straight from,
Man, you're
from Ghana.
you're doing massively well, and I'm happy being here. Man.
Gratitude.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, as we say, you know, gratitude always again. You know, Higherlevelja, you know what I mean, is a social hub. You understand, is a space where we get together, we connect, we have higher conversation or reasonings, you know what I mean, to where we can take ourselves as a collective people. You see it? So people that love truth and hate aggression, you know, these are the people that we're talking about, you know, within all of humanity. So, you know, Higherlevelja is just a space where a person can be grounded, you know, can ground themselves, not too much, you know, internet access or TV access, you know, within the cabin space, you know what I mean, you have internet on property, however the cottages are free of that, so you don't have any high, you know, unnecessary frequency, you know, tapping into your time of tranquility, you know, so you really get to just balance your energy, reflect a bit more, you know what I mean. And then now we literally are here hosting, so we have the opportunity, and also the guests have the opportunity to ask questions direct, you know what I mean, from us that is living, you know, the lifestyle every day, you know what I mean, because as I said, it's not a put on or a show, you know, it's what we do, it's what we live, you know. So persons have that opportunity to interact with us. As you can see, you know, Ekow is here asking his questions, you know, finding out of the different fruits that are on property, the different herbs that are here, you know, getting to socialize with our community as you hear him speak for himself, you know. So these are stuff that we offer, you know, persons that doesn't want a mainstream, you know, say hotel experience, but they want to also experience the island, you know, through the eyes of local living, you know. So this is the opportunity that we provide. You know, you're nestled in the hills, you know, just outside of Kingston, 20 minutes from the Norman Manley International Airport. You know, you're literally about 25-30 minutes away from the big city, you know, but you feel like you're literally surrounded by, you know, the jungle. Yeah, and you know, with that being said, you being in the jungle, you know, all of your natural instincts, you know what I mean, and habits are going to just naturally come back to you. So you don't know, you know what I mean, we're grateful for the opportunity for here and can showcase what we do, you know, on the on this platform here. So you don't know, big up my brother, you know, from Ghana. You know, it literally took us like less than a second, you know what I mean, to just to connect and, you know, realize that, yeah, we're one people, you know what I mean. And as I said, having the opportunity to be on this platform and showcasing what we do, you know, it's just utmost greatness, you know what I mean, and gratitude. Yeah, man. So love to the world, big respect to my family, you know, my mom, my dad, my wife, you know, my son, my daughter, you know, my brother from another mother, you know, Charlie as well, my extended family, you know what I mean, as well. You don't know, everybody know themselves. Yeah, see it, I one love, straightforward, every time. Yeah, man, you know it go.
Damn, no. Big up yourself.